In this particular set, I'm given the CEO of ABC Telecom is in a quandary since he received a telephone call in the morning from his counterpart at Element Telecom. Both companies were engaged in a bitter experience a couple of years ago when they had attempted to merge with the intention of creating a behemoth telecom company, possibly the largest in the world. The merger had fallen through due to opportunistic behavior on part of Mr. Das, the then CEO of Element. Okay, so I think he's not involved now. During the time the merger talks were taking place, Mr. Das had also approached a few other suitors for Element in attempt to force ABC to pay a higher price. Further, there were reports of attempts by management of Element to scuttle the deal. Back then, ABC had also faced stiff opposition to the deal from one of its large shareholders. Since then, a lot has changed for both companies. Okay, so there are a couple of companies which come with a slight bit of bad blood. The bleak economic conditions due to recession had led to a drastic fall in the market value of both the companies, with ABC comparatively losing much more in terms of market value. Raising money has become more difficult for both companies, especially for Element. So there is something which has happened at Element. On the brighter side for ABC, the opposing shareholder had recently sold off its stake to another investor who had earlier supported the original merger. Okay, so what has happened is that earlier it didn't go through. Mr. Das, who was at that point of time the CEO of Element, created some sort of a problem, and now they are thinking of a merger again because the CEO of ABC just got a call from the CEO of Element. Now, which of the following would be the most appropriate line or lines thought for the CEO of ABC to adopt in response to the offer by Element? Okay, so more than one options could be correct here, or rather we'll look at the options and then see which of these statements fit. Once bitten, twice shy. There is no way I can think of resuming talks with Element after their unethical behavior the previous time round. I would rather spend my time on merger discussion with other companies. No, this is taking a very hard stand just because, see, you can't keep grudges, so to say, and make it a personal issue of this sort. So this won't be recommended. The deal may make less business sense this time round. However, if it goes through, I'll become the CEO of world's largest telecom company. Now, this is being way too selfish. And becoming this just because you want to become the CEO of the world's largest telecom company, you take a decision which is not in benefit of the shareholders. This would be a very bad idea. So second is also not something that I would recommend, or that would not pass the golden test of what would Batman do. This is not something that the Batman would do. I'll resume talks only if they provide guarantees as to the reimbursement of our expenses incurred in the event of the deal not materializing. Once again, you're talking about the CEO of a company and talking about maybe $1 billion or at least a multi-million-dollar merger happening, and you're worried about expenses. Of what sort of expenses? Travels and meetings and stay and stuff? No, this is not should be. Your time and your effort is a lot more valuable than the expenses that are going to be incurred during this period. So this should not be in your consideration set. Let me not be biased against dealing with Element. If we can secure the deal at a reasonably low price, benefiting our shareholders, let us go ahead with it. So this is a very reasonable school of thought that you are removing previous biases and you're thinking of shareholder benefit. This is definitely very high on my priority list. Fifth one, I'm not sure if we can raise the money now. Yes, you have to be worried about the market. In any event, they are the ones facing greater financial problems. Agreed? So let's not hurry now. We might have an opportunity to buy them out at a cheaper price later. So this is also a very valid statement. You are thinking ahead that there is recession going on. The scene is, the money market is a little tight right now. So waiting a little bit might just get you the deal at a better price. So this is also something that you should consider. So 1, 2 and 3 are clearly ruled out, as you can see here. 4th and 5th are good options. 4th should definitely be there in the answer. Now let's look at the options. So 1 and 3 is ruled out, 2 and 3 is ruled out. 4 and 5th is definitely a very good option. 2nd and 1st is ruled out. 1st and 4th is ruled out. Okay, so very clearly we are just left with 4th and 5th, and option C becomes our answer. One more question on the same set. The merger of ABC and Element has been confirmed. Okay. after detailed negotiation with Element holding the majority share of the resultant entity. Element has financed the merger by taking debt at a higher than market interest rates from its bankers. We read that Element was facing more problem compared to the others, in the hope that it would be able to streamline operations and reduce costs in the resulting entity, which will allow it to repay the loan. Fair enough, there are synergies between two big companies and they might be able to perform a little better, cut costs, have a greater market share, enjoy the economies of scale. Plenty of things can happen. Now, if you were an investor looking to invest in telecom companies, so you are decided that you are going to invest in the telecom sector, very important. Which of the following could be the strongest reason for staying away from investing in the resulting entity? Okay, so now you will be presented with some reasons. Which of them is the strongest for you to not to invest in the resulting entity? The new entrants were coming with better offers for the customers. Better offers for the customers need not mean that they are more valuable or more investor friendly. So this is not a valid reason. The market would be competitive as ever for resultant entity, thus providing no guarantee for success. Well, if the market will be competitive for any other telecom company also, so it is not just limited to the resulting entity. See, the question very clearly said, let me go back here, that you are looking to invest in telecom companies. So you have taken that call that you are going to invest in this competitive market. Where should you invest is the decision. So this rules that out. Option B, because you are going to invest in the sector, so the company should not be ruled out because you don't like the sector. The combined management did present have any grand strategies to the investors. This is slightly vague. The management will have some sort of a plan or the others. I will put this in the maybe category if I don't get a strong enough reason. ABC's management was giving in to Mr. Das, who was known to be an opportunist. Once again, this has to be ruled out. It's very clearly said that Mr. Das is no longer the CEO. He might be at a chairman position, but because of an individual, not investing in a company does not make much sense. Element was using high cost debt to purchase another company. Yes, that's a very valid reason. In the same industry, facing similar problems with no visible advantage for the combined entity over competitors. So they are borrowing money to buy something and they are borrowing at a higher cost. There is no specific advantage. All these reasons should be good enough for an investor to shy away from it. And that is the reason that you should go ahead with option E in this case. Thank you. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get notifications of future videos.